Hey everybody, this is Sherry with Red Apple Auctions. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to teach you how to look up your 501c3 number, your tax ID number, if you don't know how. 4 easy steps here to find that so that you can put that on your charity auction donation letters, your charity auction donation forms, and so forth. This has been something that usually crops up about once a year, this whole question of whether or not you should include the form. And I hear it from particularly parents at school auctions. They are a member of a PTO, a PTA, and they're like, geez, should we really be distributing this tax ID number around? And it's totally understandable why we think that, right? We've been told we shouldn't put our birth date on Facebook because of identity theft. We've been told that we should never use our Social Security number as a password on our computer. Gosh, it's been a few years now, but I even remember when states used to use your Social Security number for your driver's license, and now, certainly we don't do that. So it's a common question. People have a right to ask about it. But the truth of the matter is that this information is publicly available and that you can find it, and you should include it on your forms and letters because it's an easy way for a company to say no if you don't include that information. Many of them require it before they make a donation, so therefore let's just make it easy for them and include it on the information. So perhaps the easiest way to find this information, if you don't know, and there are a number of PTOs, they're like, gosh, this organization was formed years ago. We don't even have the paperwork. We can't find the paperwork. When we got all our data from the IRS, we don't have it anymore. How do I find it? I'm trying to get this thing going. Well, there is a way to look it up online, so I wanted to point you in that direction. And this is how I've helped my clients find their ID number as well. It won't get you all the paperwork, but at least you can get your number and get that going on the forms. So if you go over to guidestar.org, you're going to have to create an account if you don't have one. It's totally free to create an account. And although you can get a lot of information on GuideStar about nonprofits without having an account, for this piece of information you will need an account. So you're going to go ahead and create an account, and you can then register if you don't have a login, and then go ahead and log in once you get that information. And the next screen, once you log in, here's the screen after I've logged in. You can see Welcome Sherry Truler. Down here, it's going to say, what nonprofit are you searching for? So just for fun, I went in and put Arena Stage. Arena Stage is a theater here in the Washington, D.C. area. They're not a client, so I haven't done any work with them. But I thought, well, we'll just see, if I can find their information just by looking it up this way. So I put in Arena Stage down here, and then I hit right underneath there, I cut it off, but it says search. So I hit the search button, and up came 9 different results. Your search for Arena Stage produced 9 different results. So you can see that you can start to narrow it down. There's 2 in California, 2 in the District of Columbia, Iowa, Missouri. So I started to go through this. It's very easy to use. District of Columbia, actually that narrowed it down enough for me once I did that, because the next screen that came up, if you scroll down, all 9 of them were listed, but you could see here it was. Now, Washington, D.C., I knew that this was the right one just by looking at some of the information here. They actually go by the name Washington Drama Society, but see, they do business as Arena Stage. GuideStar is really good about finding names of charities if they're doing business as something else, so you'll find this to be a useful tool for you as well. So I knew that this was the right one. I scrolled down, I clicked on that. And then all this information starts to load. This is really step 3. You can start to see all this information loading right here. Look at my cursor, the summary of the organization, financials, forms, people, programs, and news. We want to go right over here to Forms 990 and Docs. You're going to click on that, and when you click on that, this is what it looks like. You're going to see all of their 990 forms start to pop up here, 2008, 2009, 2010. So we want to click on the 2010, the most recent one, 2011, 2012, 2013, whatever the most recent form is. You want to click on that one, and what's going to come up is a PDF file, and it could take a while depending on how big the PDF file is and how speedy your computer is. But that's step 4. This is what comes up. You can see over here on the right hand corner, employer identification number is right there. You can see right here it says open to public inspection. So their information, their forms on file are right there for you to use. Very easy for you to find that number. Now, I've also been told that there is a way to find this number on the IRS.gov site. I have never found it and never really had a reason to search too hard because I've always been able to find what I need off of the guidestar.org. But, that might be an option for you as well if you want to head on over to the IRS site and try to figure that out and see where that information is as well. Now, since we're talking about procurement and those auction donation letters, I've got a free resource for you that I know you're going to want to pick up. It's called What Sold Like Heaven in 2011. I pull this together every year. It's the top 100 items that sold for overvalue in the auctions that we worked last year. Perfect for your acquisition meetings when you're trying to brainstorm and think about what should we be asking for? What's really selling well now? So you can pick that up at redappleauctions.com. Just put in your name and email and boom, it immediately goes out to you via email. I'm Sherry with Red Apple Auctions. Hey, thank you for watching and good luck to you in your charity auction.